Some out here on my porch, right? You can see right here, this is my compost bin. I cut the grass, right? And I put these grass clippings on top, but look at damn, look at that. I didn't even expect that. Look at this. Ain't that something, huh? They're already going to work like you wouldn't even believe. So I've been making a lot of juices because I've got a lot of watermelons that I've been doing juices with. And you know, some of the, let's say when I eat bananas, or even like I make juices out of the rinds, but some of them I end up throwing them out in there. And some of the watermelons that, you know, actually ended up getting that black end rot on some of them, if they were too small and they weren't going to make it, I just throw that in the compost bin. But I want to show you something real quick. So this is my little table here with my my weeping willow tree that lost all its leaves when I went to California. But I'm so good at what I do that I actually, like, it looked like the tree died because nobody watered it. But then I gave it a nice little pruning. I cleaned the soil out and added some new mulch, even put some grass clippings on top. And look at this. Anybody would have thought this tree died. Now, I don't want this tree to die because this is actually one of my money trees, along with the one in the back, which is why I'm even making this video. So when you look at this tree right here, this tree I made a video on, and I want you to see what it's looking like right now. But this has been in full sunlight the entire summer, and this tree was basically, I can tell you, half the size of what it looks like now. And I see a lot of money trees in businesses and whatnot, and the trees basically just, they end up staying the same, or they take a really long time to grow. And the way that this one is grown is incredible. Now, this is my money tree. Like, I know they call them a money tree. It's called a Pachira aquatica, but this is really my money tree. You know, as far as abundance tree goes, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know that some of my viewers over here know who Zen Atman is. This was given to my son by Zen Atman when I went to go visit him in New Orleans. So this is very special, and I put this right here as pretty much like the heart of the actual plant. And then of course the green little stones there, I keep there along with this quartz crystal. And I've got some organites here that I designed myself that have you know, stones and crystals and copper and metal shavings and whatnot, and it's all enclosed in there. Now, if you see this, this is actually the symbology of the actual $100 bill. Not that I worship it, but it actually allows the flow of energy to come in, along with the you know, I already told you about the environment being the reptilian, right? So that's why I have this little reptilian being here for that reason. Okay, so everything is symbology to me. And then of course you got the closest thing that we can look at to a human. You can actually see I put the hands there where it looks like he's trying to break out of the ground. I don't even know where the other hand is. I know that when it rained, it probably moved the hand somewhere, buried it, but it's all good. And then of course you got the lucky unicorn, which doesn't have to be colorful. It can actually be a Skeletor one, and it does just fine. Now this right here, if you look at these leaves are about as tough as they get. Look how you could see how tough they are, right? But aside from that, look how thick and strong these actual stems are. They're very, very, very sturdy. And I have a visitor that is not a visitor, it's basically his home, that lives here in this tree, and he's been here for 2 weeks. I want to see if I can find him. Let me see if I can find my little friend. I want to show you guys my little friend here. Hold on, let me see if I can find him, okay? Bear with me. He hangs out over here somewhere. It's a praying mantis that I had. I mean, it was very, very small, right? And he's been here for like a couple of weeks already. And I don't know, he's kind of camouflaging in here pretty well, because usually I find them right away, and right now I don't see him. Maybe he knew he was going to be on camera, and maybe he doesn't want to be on camera right now. But at least you're getting a nice little tour of this beautiful tree right now. But you can see how this tree is acclimated to full sun. So the reason I actually made that first video is because somebody told me that you can't put these trees in full sun because they will die. They don't do well in full sunlight. And I said, no, I've had these trees before and they do absolutely well in full sunlight. You just have to allow them to stay in the sunlight for a while, and that's it. Just let them get, you literally just like let the plant lose, like it lost all its leaves. I did a video, I'm gonna link it in the description so you guys can see it, but it lost all its leaves. And let's see, here we go. See that? This is watermelon rind juice with celery, cucumber, ginger, and a green apple. So you see, this is what I'm talking about. That's the drink of the gods right there. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be showing you guys. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Look at that. Look at him right there. See him? It's my little friend right here. What up, buddy? What up, buddy? See that? It's my little friend, the praying mantis. His name is Hunter. So he goes to work and cleans up. He likes to live in the money tree, but he moves back and forth. Sometimes I find them here, sometimes I find them here. One time I even found them on this tree that I've got growing in a container over here. And I like this because sometimes I feel like Buddha when I sit here. I'm sitting under the tree, or I'm actually in this basil. I just bought this, by the way, because all my basil basically got ruined. So I've got this one that I'm going to put in a big pot, and I'm going to actually try to overwinter this one just to make sure that I've got, because they grow big, and I actually make a lot of teas with that. But you see, this is like my little station right here. I've got, this is what I like. I usually stand this upright to basically cleanse out this little section here, that I'll call it a section, right? Got all different type of things here, like owls. I've got a whale, but I've got that in one of my plants over there on the other side. But you can see the stones and crystals here. That's about it. I mean, I wanted to show you this section. Sometimes I'll put the candles in here, by the way, and this is like a nice little quiet section for me. I've got new sweet potato slips that I think I had in one of my previous walkthroughs, and I planted them there, and they are gonna look like this because this is all sweet potato, and these vines actually grow all the way down. I've got them wrapped around the staircase there, but this is all sweet potato because I love sweet potato. And then I grew some slips, planted it here, so I'm gonna have a lot of sweet potato in the times to come. I gotta harvest these very soon. These are carrots. See that? Carrot. And these beets are ready. I'm about to take these beets, start making juices out of those. And that's about it. And these are edible, by the way. You can make salads with those. And the reason they're edible is because I don't use any kind of chemicals or fertilizers. But you see how nice they look. This is a grapevine that I just started in this container. And I've got some good news, man. Land is coming for me very soon. So I'm going to be putting these grapevines in my land, which is why I got them in containers now. They'll be very well established by that time. But anyway, let me take a look at this. Take a look at this beautiful money tree. By the way, there'll be times where I do this too. If you want it to get bigger quicker, you can actually, this is what I did. So I pruned this leaf here that was basically covering this whole entire section. It was like a big canopy. So when I cut it, it's allowing now these little nodes to grow because they're getting exposed to sunlight, and it gets even taller. Now, this right here, I don't know what this is, but this grows every year, and I actually love it. I find it a very attractive plant, and it's a weed, right? But it literally grew out of this pot that I've got my willow tree in, and I just let it be. Now I put a little stake there so that it doesn't break, but look how big they get. And I've got some of them growing on the other side of my property. I just happen to like the way they look, but the hummingbirds come and they love to suck on these little flowers that grow out of them before they become these little seed pods. These are the seeds that grow out of them. So I wait for these to turn brown, and if I want to actually grow more, I can grow more of them. They are very, 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 very beautiful. They're also very invasive, not by the roots, but because those seeds, when they drop, you get a bunch of these growing everywhere. Till this time, I still don't know what they're called. But whatever, I mean, the hummingbirds like them. And sometimes I could even be sitting here and the hummingbirds just basically come and enjoy. But a final look at the money tree. Again, if you want to, you can prune leaves out of them. And it's going to obviously get a little bit shorter, but the ones that are growing, they end up growing and the stems actually get longer. These stems right here, they get longer. You get what I'm saying? And then the tree actually gets bigger and bigger. And that's what I want. I want that tree to get taller and bigger. And this is the original wrapping from when I bought it, right? As you can see. See when they tie it up. And of course you keep the wish and intent locked up in those braids. And then, you already know the whole flow of energy and whatnot. But a new stem came out of this. But look how thick they are. See that? They're thick. My mom has one of these, but the stems are so weak that she has to tie sticks to keep them from breaking. You get what I'm saying? It's impossible for these to break because they're so strong. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter how long they get. Look at this one, how long it is, and it doesn't matter. It's like it's still there. But I don't know. I guess that's all I got to show you for this section. These are just trees that I planted. I love trees, like these wild trees that you would find, and I started them since they were like this big, and I just put them in a pot, and that's it. I mean, they look good. This I got from the trails when I was walking in the trails. I love these plants, so, and it's starting to grow along with these little prickly ones. I've got a strawberry I planted over here. That's about it. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk soon.